Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's finally talk about the road to WrestleMania, shall we? Its own video. It's like every year, WWE, and I think that's also the state of pro wrestling. That just goes to show, like the state of wrestling every year keeps getting worse and worse. Where that translates to the road to WrestleMania, where every year it seems like the road to WrestleMania sucks. I will say, at least last year, with The Rock coming back, it actually did save WrestleMania to not be so bad. But here's the thing: you don't really have The Rock there to rock style wrestling. The road to WrestleMania, especially for this year, is garbage. Okay, it is legit garbage. Even like I have been crapping on the road to WrestleMania since I've been doing videos because every year has been keep getting worse and worse. But you know how the sad reality is, at least back in those times, back in if you notice, years prior, the only reason why people cared about the road to WrestleMania is because you had stars at least still. You had hard timers that were still around. And there was like at least a little bit of emphasis, while it was not the best effort, there was still an emphasis of trying to make the road to WrestleMania a little special where it's better than usual. You'll have some part timers coming around, it's like, hey, be excited for WrestleMania, shit like that. Now, God, this road to WrestleMania is garbage! Where is the build to WrestleMania? This is the road to WrestleMania we're getting right now, by the way, folks. It doesn't help that it's bad enough that WWE has become a fucking glorified house show, and that the ticket prices are fucking are terrible. For God, first of all, WrestleMania 41 is not even sold out yet. First of all, it's not even sold out yet, and you wonder why it's not sold out. It's not just because of the inflated ticket prices that WWE's being fucking greedy. It's also because nobody cares about fucking pro wrestling nowadays. Pro wrestling's not as popular as it used to be, and it's just not as important. That's just the sad reality. And it's WWE's fault for not making people care about professional wrestling. Okay? They want to fucking rely on their deals and all that kind of shit, and guess what? That's affecting you. You see, WrestleMania is supposed to be something special that people would want to go, and not even families could go. Okay? And that's because of the inflated ticket prices. And let's be honest here, this year, what's also just as bad about this year's WrestleMania is that there's barely any matches that are already official yet. You see, WrestleMania, if memory serves me, I'm recording this, by the way, on like March 30th, 2025. Okay, I'm recording this at midnight because I want to get some videos out. WrestleMania would be happening around this time years ago. Okay? Back then, WrestleMania used to be, like, again, they used to actually have WrestleMania matches announced and even being built up already. I understand because WrestleMania this year is happening on the 20th and the 19th. It's happening later than it usually does. But again, that's your fucking fault, WWE. And not just that, the fact that WWE is doing WrestleMania this year on Easter weekend is fucking retarded. Like, why? Why are you doing it? And that's probably also one reason why you're not selling out WrestleMania. Because, again, you're doing it on Easter weekend when it's a freaking holiday weekend. Like, why would you even do that? Like, give the fucking time for the fucking wrestlers to be with their families, okay? For crying out loud. But seriously, you're doing a WrestleMania when people most might not even want to watch at that time, or at least will be busy. But again, it's not even that even exciting to probably want to watch on Easter weekend. Maybe a wrestling show is good, and yeah, sure, okay. But here's the thing. The fact that WrestleMania this year, it doesn't even not even only feel like WrestleMania. The fact that you have to, is seemingly the last minute. It's like the last minute you actually turn Cena heel for the sake of it, just to give any ounce of treatment for WrestleMania. Okay? Because, in all honesty, who the fuck really cares about this year's WrestleMania? It doesn't even feel like WrestleMania. It feels like nothing. There's no ounce of excitement, you know? And that's also because, again, the lack of proper storylines and characters and proper good writing on your fucking show and a proper star power. Like, who the fuck cares? You know, it's a darn shame. It's also like that WrestleMania this year does not deserve to be 2 nights. Because you have not even freaking already made some matches already. So what's the fucking point of doing 2-night WrestleManias right now? What's the fucking point? There's really no reason to. And especially with this whole high ticket prices, are there even a need to do freaking 2-night WrestleManias now? Well, yeah, because WWE's fucking greedy, they're gonna do it no matter what, and because, you know, you want to give all these wrestlers a chance to have main events and whatever, there, I don't know, let them, guess what, it has come back to bite you now. The fact that this whole 2-night nonsense is still happening is a fucking joke. You have just kind of proved that there's no need to do a 2-night WrestleMania, especially this fucking year. Let's be for real here, okay? You had the shittiest fucking Royal Rumble winners. Not that I don't hate Jey Uso. I don't hate Jey Uso. But what was the point for him to win the Royal Rumble? And especially when he's not gonna even main event WrestleMania. So much for main event Jey Uso, for crying out loud. Okay? Let's start with this. Reigns versus Rollins versus Punk, which is now going to be the main event for night 1, which I guess good for Punk. But how does that make any sense, first of all, when none of them have earned to be in the main event? Why is that match being main event? It's just literally a piss poor main event just so they call main event WrestleMania. That's literally it. That is literally it. And Punk could get his fucking moment for WrestleMania. This whole favor, right? And yet it's revealed that that's not his favor anymore. I mean, the only favor that would make sense is if fucking Punk, like, oh, you know, he's gonna get a title match, maybe catch that opportunity where he can challenge, maybe pull up Hulk Hogan to challenge Cena in the main event night 2, then fine, that makes fucking sense. But let's be fucking for real here. The fact that this match is happening because, oh, you know, because of the Rumble, because Reigns got eliminated in the Rumble, and that's why he attacks fucking Punk and all that kind of shit. Like, oh, we can't exist without each other, and then yet, oh, they're fucking punching each other, and they're pointing at a WrestleMania sign. What kind of build is that shit for a WrestleMania? What kind of build is that for a WrestleMania match where they're fucking punching each other out of stupid fucking hatred? And then like, oh yeah, like, how does that make any fucking sense when you're in a fucking fight, in a real fight? How does that make any fucking sense, right? But seriously, the whole, oh, I want to face you because what happened to Rumble. That is just a piss poor excuse for our fucking story of this match. And let's be honest here, why do we want to see really a triple threat? Why? It don't even really make sense to, honestly, if they were doing Reigns versus McIntyre, which is what they were building, but no, they basically excused that plan for God knows what reason, and rather do this triple threat. If anything, Reigns versus Rollins would have been a fine WrestleMania match to do at WrestleMania. You could have easily made that Hell in a Cell. That could have been a big way to end their fucking feud, and whatever. You know, they already had history with each other. Punk could have faced somebody else. You could always wait the other year to have a WrestleMania main event. You know, this year's we seen them main eventing, whatever. But no, they're not even doing that shit. No, instead, I guess because what? There's no other ideas they could ever make to do CM Punk versus whoever the fuck, I guess? I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's what we're getting. We're getting that fucking match. Based on a stupid excuse of, oh, get it, the Rumble, eliminating the Rumble, even though didn't Reigns and Punk kind of make their coexist, like they coexisted, and now all of a sudden they hate each other now just because of a little stupid elimination where every man's for themselves, and they're gonna fight over Paul Heyman, like they're gonna fight for their little, like, love triangle garbage. That's what's going on now? Holy fuck. Cena's heel turn. Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Cena's heel turn is the only thing that's carrying this WrestleMania. Okay? And yet he's not going to be on every fucking show. The problem with this is, again, Cena not mentioning why he legit turned heel and why he joined The Rock. And again, Cody Rhodes not even angry after what happened in Elimination Chamber, didn't go on to fucking attack Cena. Like, in what sense does it make where somebody beat the shit out of you, you're gonna let them talk rather you're gonna fucking want to fight them? What kind of... It just makes Cody Rhodes look a fucking retard. And the fact that what they're doing is making Cena look kind of weak, like, think about it. Again, Cena, oh, I'm not gonna change anything yet, you're gonna fucking walk away? As a heel, you're gonna be a typical heel. You're gonna walk away and not fight. Like, God, what kind of sense does that make? You know what I mean? It's just typical great. He's a typical cowardly heel now. But whatever. But again, like, this heel turn at least is carrying WrestleMania. Now, you cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. That's the only thing that's carrying this fucking show. Jey Uso versus Gunter. No heat, no story. That's for sure heat. And just pointless brawls. That's the one you need to know about Gunter versus Jey Uso. And can Jey Uso beat Gunter? Obviously he's gonna beat Gunter at WrestleMania. That's the only clear indication. But again, there's no story. And so much for the Rumble win, and yet this is not gonna pop. This is not gonna be event WrestleMania. We know that for damn sure. So much for main event Jey Uso. The tag title scene for both shows is atrocious. Okay? Bunch of multi-men, bunch of jobbers like in SmackDown, and it's non-existent in fucking Raw either. The War Raiders are the Raw tag. This is the problem of splitting the tag titles. The fact that this company decided to split the tag titles at WrestleMania 40 is a fucking joke. There was no reason to split the tag titles. No reason at all. You couldn't just have one tag title to highlight on both shows. You couldn't keep maybe the tag design we have for SmackDown and have that be on both shows. The fact that they decided to split the titles was just nonsense and a big mistake. Because who the fuck cares about either tag teams on both shows? It's like, because there's no fucking established feuds, first of all, for these matches at WrestleMania. So why should we care? And it's like, let's not forget that it's like every fucking potential title matches are multi-man people. What does that fucking tell you how dumb this shit is, huh? It's like non-existent. The US and IC title scene is dumb. It's shit blender multi-people with no stories. You know, what are we fucking doing? It's just dumb. You have the IC title where it's freaking with Braun Breaker, who doesn't even look impactful as a fucking Intercontinental champion. He's not even being a badass. And he's feuding with the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day are feuding with each other, dissenting with each other. Now Penta's involved. Who the fuck cares? And now you have also the US title match with freaking with LA Knight. He's there's no clear people who's going to defend the titles to. He might defend a multi-garbage match with Jimmy Uso to probably get his little moment because his brother's getting a moment. Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa are feuding each other, but their feud is on pause because of this shit, or they're having their dissension where they might feud each other. And Braun Strowman's involved in this shit. Nakamura is non-existent and blah blah blah. I don't care. They're pausing on Solo versus Fatu, and Braun's involved. Not that I have a problem with if they were to do Solo, if they were to do Jacob Fatu versus Strowman at WrestleMania, I wouldn't have a big problem with that. But it's who the hell really cares about this dumb shit? Crying out loud. Karrion Kross involved with AJ versus Logan Paul. Who the fuck cares? Okay, who the fuck cares? Karrion Kross. Oh, Karrion Kross's thing. He gets to eliminate people to become heels. Who the fuck cares? Yet he loses. How is that impactful? And then who really cares about AJ Styles versus Logan Paul? And that's a little fancy match for them to do. That's it. It's not even exciting. The women's title scenes are dumb. Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton. They're trying to push Charlotte, and it's just fake too. The bitch looked fucking faker as hell than ever, and now it's trying to fucking bury fucking Tiffany Stratton. The only way that people would care is if Tiffany Stratton wins. Who the fuck wants to see Ric Flair with ass and tits win? The triple threat for the women's title. Get it? They might not do a triple threat because they gave it and then and then they're gonna probably do now Charlotte not Charlotte. They're gonna do now get your chance to win the title back and face Bianca. They might not even do a triple threat. But we know this is gonna be a dumb triple threat. We know this is gonna be a dumb fucking triple threat match. So who cares? And again, great, ripping off freaking WrestleMania 20 main event. Yeah, let's rip that shit off, huh? Let's rip that shit off. A fucking shameless ripoff. And yet it's less intriguing and exciting. Naomi versus Jade Cargill, who cares? After Jade Cargill literally already got her chance of revenge, and yet we're supposed to pretend to care that this is a potential match for WrestleMania? Like, she already got her heat back. But now, Naomi attacked her one time, and then Jade Cargill can even chase this bitch when she's like running in a barricade. I thought she's on site, motherfucker. Whatever, I don't even care. Orton versus Owens, a bit underwhelming of an idea of a match. It's whatever. I mean, sure, it could be fine if you make this match no disqualifications, but like we know this might be an underwhelming match. You know, it's whatever. Okay, you know, Orton's his voice is in the head to hunt Kevin Owens. Whoop-de-doo. And the match might not even be exciting, and then it's like, oh, you know, you betrayed me, Orton. You betrayed me. You don't even listen to Orton. Like, who cares? Shut up. You see, these matches are just good matches with no stories. That's all it is. It's just good matches with no stories. That's all it is. This is just shit show AEW. This is just AEW all over. It's just less indie flippy bullshit. You know what I mean? This is just AEW shit where AEW, they have supposedly good pay-per-views, even though they're not good pay-per-views in my opinion. But people think they're good pay-per-views, but then they complain about the regular show because it's garbage. Like, the hype is not there. The hype is not there for like WrestleMania 39 and 40. And yet WWE has gotten greedy with the fucking ticket prices, and they've gotten lazy. They got lazy, especially with this UK tour. Plus, it doesn't help that there's no Rock. Fucking relying on the UK tour for all these fucking fans singing along and bullshit. And they got way too comfortable. They got way too comfortable with the fucking fake praise from Smarks. For fuck's sake, and that's when they become lazy. The New Day heel turn is a joke. Not amounting to anything for this WrestleMania, by the way. Like, so much for that. And you would think maybe that would lead to Big E, something with Big E. But no. That New Day heel turn amounts to fucking nothing. It amounts to nothing. What a joke. And so much for it being a good moment. Chad Gable becoming a luchador now. Doing this fucking Blue Blazer knockoff. Watch, Chad Gable probably dies in a few months just like fucking Owen Hart. Because what a joke he is. Fucking A. The Y6 is a joke. Where the fuck are they? What a joke that group has become. Not that I fucking care. Roman and Drew got dropped for no reason when you're building out, but now you're doing Priest versus Drew. Not that I have a problem with that idea. I know a lot of fans have a problem with it. At least their story going back from WrestleMania last year. But like, they failed to really build it out properly to make it make sense to actually do it. You know what I mean? And actually refers, like, because you can't just go also from Drew mentioning Roman all the time to now just for some reason him having a problem with Priest. You know what I mean, folks? It's like, because nothing was resolved with Owen, with Reigns and Drew. That's the problem. There's no plans for Liv Morgan, the women's tag titles. Same thing with no plans with Alexa Bliss, who had a big pop-up return from the Royal Rumble, and it's like they're purposely fucking trying to derail her fucking momentum. Like, why? Is it because she got a bigger reaction than fucking Ric Flair? Is it because she got a bigger reaction to all these disgusting tranny She-Hulks? God, what are we doing? There's no plans for even these stupid mid-card women's titles you decide to create because of, oh, get it? You know, the men have mid-card titles. Let's give women more opportunity and bullshit. You know, the women don't fucking draw for shit. And let's give them forgettable mid-card titles. Let's give them the fucking male women's IC and US title, and it's pointless and forgettable. And they want Evolution to return. They want this fucking Evolution pay-per-view to return, for crying out loud. Fuck! This road to WrestleMania is a joke. Okay? Let's be fucking for real here. How many matches could they really do based on what we've seen? So, for starters, they have the triple threat fucking men's match. Cena and Cody. Gunter and Jay. Owens and Orton. and Tiffany and Charlotte, and then now that's 5, and now Rhea versus the triple threat idea for the women. We know that's gonna be triple threat. We know Logan Paul and Styles is gonna happen. Damon Priest and Drew's gonna happen. Okay, let's be honest. Like 10, 12 matches. Okay, whatever. Maybe 10 matches at most. At most, this could already be enough for one night WrestleMania. If you were able to time pace your show properly to make it be 4 hours, then fine. This is why you need time limits. You see, back in the day when wrestling was good, you were able to do 10 matches on a show, and it didn't matter how long the show is. You could fit them all in 3-4 hours. Well, now, because we live in a modern sense where wrestling has to be always fucking long, boring-ass, 5-star bullshit, long, jizz-fest matches full of smarts to jerk off to, because they like to watch these matches as a way of gay porn or something. It's softcore gay porn in them. That's basically what it is. They want that shit. That's why wrestling has to be fucking this bullshit, where it can't be just, about moments. Every match has to be long, boring garbage. Like, what's the point of WrestleMania really being fucking 2 nights now? What's the fucking point? Because it's fucking garbage. This whole road to WrestleMania, not even exciting at all. These matches that are planned to happen have barely any story, any ounce of intriguement, and they failed on making people care about these certain wrestlers, or the lack of their build. It doesn't help that this UK tour has basically made WWE become lazy and just relying on a crowd reaction, for crying out loud. And not just that, it's just like, it's really the only selling thing about WrestleMania is the fucking Cena heel turn. And it's not like Cena's gonna be on both fucking shows, for crying out loud. That's the only money thing to fucking drive this fucking company. It's fucking John Cena's heel turn. And yet nobody fucking cares. Who the fuck cares about this garbage show? WrestleMania is fucking dead, for crying out loud. What a joke. WrestleMania used to be a granddaddy old, to showcase the immortals, the biggest fucking show in wrestling history of the year. And yet it's a fucking joke. They have went on to make this show, it's a parody. It's a parody of what it used to be. It's a fucking joke. You have pissed all over on what wrestling used to be. Like, wrestling is no longer mainstream for a reason, because unfortunately WWE catered to the smarky, nerdy wrestling fans, and they stopped basically caring of what makes wrestling good, what brought you to the dance. They stopped building larger-than-life characters. They stopped having wrestlers that look like wrestlers. No storylines, no characters, no... and then, again, catering to the indie fans, becoming indie-type wrestling garbage. That's the oversaturation that you're doing. It's just, it's tiring. It's garbage. They may be making a lot of money by being greedy with their ticket prices and then their deals with Netflix and whatever. But again, let's be honest here. It's all going to catch up to you. Because you can only do that for so long, and you wonder why people don't care about your show. Your ratings are going down for fuck's sakes, for crying out loud. You may not think that doesn't matter, but how is that going to matter when, again, that's the way you make money, for crying out loud. You make money based on your commercials and all that kind of shit, your revenue off TV, and you think that's not a problem to worry about with the ratings? And that's the only reason why they increase the ticket prices, because they want to make back of the money they lost and whatever. Well, like, here's the thing. Maybe you wouldn't have to do it if you fucking were actually a good wrestling show. Maybe actually try to be good. Remember what brought you to the dance. Remember what made the wrestling good back in the day. Remember what guys like the great writers that you used to have that made the show good. Also, think of like all the badasses you have with wrestlers. Like, think about what would Austin do? What will all these badass wrestlers from back in the day do? Book them like similar to those people, and then people would actually care about the fucking show. Cause who the fuck's gonna care about all these jobbers in fucking wrestling nowadays? Cause they're not badasses, and only that these people are fucking crybaby bitches, for crying out loud. It's fucking garbage. This road to WrestleMania is a joke. Cause who's gonna really waste their Easter weekend and watch this shit? I mean, I'll watch it, fine. But like, who's really gonna want to spend their money? You know? In the end of the day, WrestleMania should be exciting, and it doesn't even feel exciting. Okay? It does not. Especially with this whole UK tour. WWE's become lazy. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens with their next few weeks before going to Easter WrestleMania. Like, when they're back in the States. But, like, from what I know, they're not going to probably try. Because even before going to the UK tour, they were not even trying. WrestleMania so far has not even been intriguing. Aside from Cena's heel turn, who the fuck would care? You're lucky you did that shit that sparked some buzz, but yet you're barely having enough intention to make people care. You didn't explain yet with The Rock and him. You didn't announce yet, like, why he really turned heel. What made him now to decide to turn heel, etc. Well, even other than that, who the hell is going to really care for WrestleMania? I mean, WrestleMania could be honestly of a dud of the show. It could honestly be a downer of a show because of the lackluster build. And all these matches could honestly suck also too. So, what's the point? In the end of the day, this year's WrestleMania sucks. Watch next year probably get worse too. But from what I know as an expert, every year does get worse. This is just, I'm not kind of surprised, but in the end of the day, it's funny how people are realizing that fucking the show sucks now. And what does that tell you with this whole Triple H shit, you know? For people that say Triple H is cooking, Triple H is such a great booker, what does this fucking tell you as a booker now? Triple H is overrated. I love Triple H as a wrestler, but as a booker, he only just caters to smarky wrestling fans. And now people are waking up and realizing that Triple H is not that good of a booker. Oh, but, you know, Papa H is probably tired. You know, all men do. But yeah, all these wrestling fans are going to fucking now kiss ass no matter what. They're going to try to find reasons like Triple H for God knows what reason. Because he gave them smarky wrestling. Because Triple H can't do no bad. He was king, you know, Papa H. He was cooking in NXT. I don't care. Triple H sucks as a booker because he cares for the fucking smarky wrestling fans. And he's a wonder. And again, it's not like he's a fucking legit writer. Okay, he's not a legit writer. That's a problem too. Triple H is not a legit writer. He is not a Vince Russo. He's not a Brian Quirtz. He's not a guy who actually knows how to write a fucking wrestling show. And we're gonna act like he's a good booker because get it? You know, he caters to indie wrestling fans. That's dumb to fucking support Triple H. Anyways. That's what I done gotta say. Alright? The road to WrestleMania sucks. And there's obviously a reason why the road to WrestleMania has not been sold out. It's really, again, because not only these shitty ticket prices, it's also because of your shitty wrestling show. So anyways, fuck WWE nowadays. Fuck TKO. And just fucking general, just fuck everything. And fuck these fucking wrestling fans for even praising Triple H before and thought he could be a good booker and even fake praise wrestling nowadays, and you wonder why nobody fucking cares about modern wrestling, and you guys are fucking now realizing that, hey, we're wrong. Well, you should have fucking listened to the right people all this time. Fuck this year's WrestleMania. This fucking build of WrestleMania has been atrocious. Until next time, peace. Yeah, bye.